Yo, what's up, good vibes people? Thank you very much for clicking this video, man. You are a lovely soul, and it's not a coincidence you have clicked this video because here we are all about love, peace, forgiveness, and unity among humans across the whole world. You see, we believe this message is important to the whole world right now, especially with all this chaos and disaster going on in the world. We should love one another unconditionally. We do that by reacting together to different types of videos. What types of videos that have come to your mind when you say different? You see, even snacks videos, animal videos, you name it. All with the intentions of spreading love. Straight out of Africa with lots of good vibes. Kindly hit the like button, wonderful soul. Watch till the end. Hit the like button. Grab some snacks and enjoy every moment till the end. Let's dive in. Good vibes, man. Good vibes. Good vibes. Huh? Do you believe that this place was carved out of a stone mountain 10,000 years ago? Oh my god. How did those guys do this? With the technology back then, that is impossible. What do you think
Did you
about
guys
that?
hear about China's weather anomaly? This broke all records, you guys. In less than 24 hours, the temperature dropped from 6 Celsius to negative 52, y'all. Check this out. And because of this, it froze thousands of waterfowls, y'all.
In just 24 hours, the temperature dropped from 6 degrees Celsius to minus 30 degrees Celsius in Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region in China. Wind gusts reached 150.
Very interesting how certain parts of the planet are receiving these certain type of weather anomalies, y'all. I really had to slow this down to see these, these waterfowls, but they're really like, they're submerged and stuck in these ice, their heads and everything, y'all. That's crazy. Look at that. Thousands of them, y'all. This weather anomaly junk is serious, y'all. Whether it be a weather anomaly, HARP, cyclical, we know the only thing that's constant in the universe is change. Change is the only thing that's constant. So the earth is going through a change right now, and as are we, because we feel it. We feel it going, like our immune system is literally being, how can I say, our immune system is being tested every single day. Every single day our immune system is being tested. Y'all see what's going on in the sky. Y'all see the war in the heavens. This is the war in the heavens right now. The sun is literally fighting for us. But yeah, that's China. And then again, like, these weather anomalies are happening in specific places over and over again. What do you guys think about that? Let me know what you guys think about this video. This video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I am only raising awareness to interesting situations during these interesting times. Thank you for tuning to my frequency. You already know we're in the shift, y'all. So let's get it. Peace in.
Yeah. Please, guys, leave your comments, man.
I can see the laser, and according to my curve calculations, that is impossible on a spherical Earth of radius 3959. Well, it's not impossible because there it is, and the Earth is indeed spherical of radius 3959 miles. So let's see if we can figure out why that happens. To do that, I decided to do a little kitchen science. Let's have a look. So let's do a little kitchen experiment with a laser, a globe, and a camera. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn the laser on. So the laser is on. You can clearly see that here. So there's the laser. Now, it's just touching the top of this globe. It's basically pointed at the horizon of the globe. Now there's two things that I want to show you. First of all, here's the pattern on the laser. It's an X. Now, when we're on the other side of the globe, as you can see, the bottom of the X is missing, but that laser dot is still there. So let's take our camera and bring it back You see the laser dot right here? Let's bring it back a little bit so the laser dot is above is just touching the very top of the case. And you can see that the laser dot is still there. Now, once again, just to show that nothing's been moved, there's the laser dot. There's the cell phone camera. Now, as you can see, that laser dot is still above that cell phone. Now, let's go ahead and have a look at what the cell phone is seeing. As you can clearly see, even though the laser is above the level of the camera, see there it is right there, you can still very clearly see the laser dot on the edge of the horizon on that little globe. As a matter of fact, we can even move this back a little further, and the laser dot's still there. Now the laser's not even touching the cell phone camera anymore. You can clearly see it above it, but when you look at the image from the cell phone camera, which is well below the line of sight to that laser, you still see the laser. Now, the other thing that you'll see is little flashes of light above it, which is just basically little dust particles in the air. Now, there's no smoke here or anything, see? Doesn't change anything. But let's go ahead and put a little mist in the air and see what happens. Notice what happens to the intensity of the laser light. What that does is simulate a little sea spray if you're looking out over the horizon over the ocean with a few waves on it. Even low waves will kick up a little bit of spray, and that's the effect that you'll get. So that was a little kitchen science.
So if you didn't see part one of this, go check it out, and how the dew line and the Cold War was created to keep us away from the North Pole, the Aurora Borealis, the giant magnetic black rock in the center of the Earth. Well, let's get into a little bit of this Aurora Borealis and what I think's going on. Is this the light of God shining down on us? Or is it something else? I'm going to let you decide. So I just want to show you this and explain it because it will save time. But this guy has a laser down here. And down here he has obviously a cup or a jar. And there's a mirror right there. And he's going to shine the laser at the mirror and it's going to shine off. And watch what he does with just frequencies and acoustics.
And I'm simply aiming it right for that mirror. Now, with a little bit of smoke, we can see the incoming beam and the outgoing beam. It's that outgoing beam that's going to form the patterns for us. Now, to use this, I'm simply going to aim that laser to the back wall and make sounds into it. Frequencies. Now, these might be a little bit hard to see in the video, so I think it might be better if I try these in the dark.
Remember what this looks like.
And I keep my voice nice and low. I get better with figures than if I talk higher. I can't see to get much up here. Let's go back down to la 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 la.
Especially now when he makes it a permanent noise. Watch.
Instead of me talking, let's try it with an electric piano.
Keep your mind on remembering how that looks. Kind of looks like this, right? Same type of light, kind of shimmering in water-like, frequency-like. This is a star. Okay, now let's slow this star down and see what we see. If you know me, we're going to talk about the dogs in this star. And you can slow it down even more, and you can pause it and you can look. But there are dog images in this star, and this is Sirius. This is the dog star. And there are actual images of dogs in there. So what does this mean? Just in case you couldn't catch them in that last video, I like to do a quick pause. See it here and there. Obviously this top right one is a picture of a actual dog, but these are the dogs. There are two faces there. This one's pretty clear. These are images you can find in that star right before. So again, what does this mean? Think about taking this slideshow and adding it to the frequencies of that laser, and it's going to look pretty much like. So again, you take the frequencies and the dog slideshow, you put them together, and voila. And I say it again, what does this mean? In my opinion, and I've been saying this for a while now, I think we are in a time past tribulation, and in the Bible, the stars are talked about that they're angels. And during tribulation, the stars fall to the earth. So I believe the fallen angels are here among us. And if the fallen are here among us, it just goes without saying, they wouldn't want us to know that. So if those stars fell and we looked up and we didn't see any stars, we would know that they were among us. We would know the period of time we were in. We would know we were post-Bible. And they don't want us. They don't want us aware. They don't want us to know because we're in Satan's short season. You see, if we were post-Bible, what that means is the 1,000 years that Satan was imprisoned, he has been released and he has come to deceive the nations that are the four corners of the earth. And he is here to deceive you every way he can. And these aren't small deceptions. These are huge deceptions. These are deceptions so big that you don't realize where you live. You don't realize you don't live on a spinning globe in a solar system. You don't realize that you're in God's creation, his domed, flat level creation. You don't realize that you didn't come from a Big Bang. You're not an accident. God created you. We have always been human unless we've been spirit. We didn't evolve from monkeys. Evolution isn't real. There has never once been some sort of half-breed monkey human that has been found because we've always been human. Dinosaurs are a lie to cover up the fact if a giant human was ever found, giant human femurs and remains were ever found, you know what? You tie that back to the Bible and you realize God is real. So these deceptions are here to pull you away from God. And we're living in a time where the stars have already fallen. And somehow, I don't know how, they're using the technology with that laser technology and the vibrations, and they're replacing the stars up there, probably right by Mount Meru, and that's just another reason why you're not allowed to go there, and why they created the dew line to hide the mountain hidden by dew, Mountain Dew. Yes, check out the last video if you haven't. Anyway, if you know that God is real, and you know that there's all this deception going on, I didn't know that for 42 years, and I do now, and I'm trying to spread the truth. If you do know that, don't just sit on it. Help people find the truth. Peace. I just wanted to add one final piece in case you're seeing this for the very first time and you're like, what the hell is this dude talking about? Well, they hide dogs and things. Okay, the news, the media, NASA fake smoke. They put dog images and things, I think, as a way of kind of revelation of the method, or hey, you idiot, there's dogs right here and you don't even know. So I don't think stars are any different. This is, again, a star, and I tried to find an image that looked just like it. Here you go, nose, eye, ear. They hide dogs and everything on TV and the news and the media, and they put them in the stars too, because I believe the stars are nothing but technology to hide the fact that the fallen angels are here.
Oh my god. Let's leave your thoughts
Who are
on
the
that, man.
144,000? The 144,000 are yet to be discovered. There are just a few who have been initiated who are in resonance with this frequency, meaning they have the healing and ascension program from Christ, from God, so they have been able to heal their DNA, releasing themselves of the ties to the old world antichrist program to be able to move through the portal that the mother, the father has created for beings to have their cosmic rebirth and be God sovereign free, to be containers of Christ. The 144,000 is a mathematical pattern, and the exact number of beings who will be initiated into these frequencies to be containers of Christ. They are here to hold space for you, or you are here to hold space for others.
Okay, so I just wanted to show you guys what the moon looks like tonight. It's nothing weird with how it looks, but something very strange is going on with its circuit or its orbit, whatever you want to call it. See, the moon was out all night last night, but the strange thing is it was also out all day today, and it's still out tonight. How is it possible that I've been looking at the moon for 24 straight hours now? I mean, not, continuously, but it's been out right above my area for 24 hours straight. How is that possible? Something is going on with the moon. I'm not even joking, guys. I don't know what it is, if the moon has slowed down in its orbit and is spending, more time above a certain area or what, but that's really not supposed to be possible, especially according to our current model. It should not be possible because, in just 12 hours we would have rotated and been facing towards the sun and away from the moon. But that didn't happen. Like I said, I noticed the moon was out early this morning around 11 a.m. and it stayed out all day high in the sky. And here it is. Let me see what time it is. Here it is, 8:21 p.m. and it's still out and still high in the sky. So I don't know how anyone is going to be able to explain this, but it's weird. It's really weird. Should not be able to see the moon above the same area for 24 hours straight, especially not if the Earth is spinning. Now this is totally possible on a stationary Earth. It's totally possible, but it's not possible if the Earth is spinning. But anyway, it's a really beautiful moon tonight. And this is live video, by the way. My telescope is just tracking excellent. It's tracking so good it makes the moon appear as though it's sitting still, but it is not. Although it being in the same place for nearly 24 hours, it's not moving very fast, that's for sure. But yeah, just want to show you guys that this is live feed by scrolling around. Let's look at the top of the moon here. Now we'll go down here and look at the bottom. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I'm guessing this is the reason why people are reporting that they haven't seen the moon for weeks in their area. I'm getting a lot of comments, and people are even messaging me sometimes and asking why they haven't saw the moon for weeks. Now, it's normal not to see the moon during a new moon, but that should only last about 3 days at the most. People should not be going 2 and 3 weeks without seeing the moon. But this explains why. If the moon has slowed down its orbit, it's spending more time, on one side of the Earth than it is the other. So guys, let me know. Are you noticing this with the moon as well? Have you seen the moon out above your area for 24 hours straight or longer? And are you going very long periods of time without seeing the moon at all? Like, a week or longer. Let me know in the comments. Guys, stay safe out there. And as always, God bless.
Oh, this is about the moon is. So that's very creepy, you see?
See that hand? All of us have hands like that. Look at your hands. Hold your hands up. Look in front of you. Do you see any of that? Do you see any electricity or light coming off? All of us have this capability. Every single one of us. I see this. I see this. Go ahead. And this. And this. And that. Stop right there for a minute. When I meet somebody who's really gifted with some spiritual tools that just are not installed, something has happened throughout your lifetime that has disconnected your ability to flow your electricity, you don't look like this. But if you have been totally in oneness with yourself, you look like this to me when I meet you. I don't see your face, your eyes, your hair, your clothes, or any of that. I don't see that. And when I come across you, I register you as this. You might have a different vibration, you might have a different color, but this is how I register somebody. So this could be, hell, I could be somebody. When I watch people work on other people, this is what I see. Now this is very cool. Can you imagine if all of us could see just this every time we went to give somebody a hug? Can you imagine the difference in attitudes we'd have? Oh, this is what I see. That funnel thing, I want to show you something. When you do this, and you go, it's the same design, isn't it? When you do it 3 times, you reach the astral plane, the divine plane, and the physical plane. So you suck in this vacuum corridor where whatever attention you're trying to draw to yourself so you can communicate, that's what happens. So next time you say a prayer, you might want to clap 3 times. I just took a ride in the travel chamber. This universe travel chamber over here. Y'all should experience that. Some people can really go back to where they came from. You can go past the dimension that you exist in right now and experience what it could be like if you're actually traveling in space. It's really cool. You should try it.
Oh my god, what do you think about that, good people? Oh, look at this. What's going on here? Oh, it's like there is something coming out of the sky. This is
If you
crazy.
want to know what this liquid does, you can have a look at it in the lab. When you have bigger amounts of it, it looks like this. It's a liquid crystal. This liquid is self-organizing physically. And this, at the moment, is sleeping. It's not aware of being observed, it's quiet. Sometimes when it doesn't like to be observed, it might jump out of the pot, straight into your face. If you have 2 of those in one room, get them 5 meters close to each other, they stare at each other, then they decide that they want to be united. And then they start to pull. It's like magnetism, but it's intelligent. And when they realize that you hold them within the vessel and they cannot escape, they get angry and start to shake the vessel and try to break through the wall. Because they know once they are through, they can flow over the ground and unite to a bigger unit. This is something you can just observe in the lab. And especially this liquid was extracted from those black stones. This is World War II leftovers. We found them in an underground facility in Bavaria, 1/2 ton of it. So we can imagine that the SS processed quite a bit of this. And I guess that the guys found also the technology to extract the oil from it. Must have been there in written form because they did it in the lab successfully. If you look at those stones, you have a brief history of things reported out of former times. You have, if you look at H.P. Lovecraft, the descriptions of the black magic communities in Eastern Europe, they had kind of sculptures out of this black oil schist, and once a year they went there slaughtering little babies to get the demons out of the stone, sacrificing little children to communicate and get the service from the demons. This is one thing mentioned. If you go back in history, you find them in the Kaaba in Mecca, the same form of phallus-shaped structure that is described in Vedic script as Shiva's linga, that is described in this Lovecraft script. A fragment of it is part of the central part of the that are apparently legal. Yeah, they are talking about weapons that are hidden somewhere in the civil domain. Everybody is dealing with them, everybody is using them, and one of them is the microwave. Microwave is used for mobile phones, it's used for smart meters, it's used for wireless LAN connections, and we're surrounded by microwaves, and they enter our body, and we think this is just a side effect of technical applications. But NASA classifies the microwave as a non-lethal weapon that is apparently legal. And they also name the effect of those weapons. It's behavioral performance decrements, situs, gross alteration in brain function, 30 to 100% increase in brain flow, in blood flow in the brain, and also lethal effects that come over the time. So this is weapons brought out on mankind that NASA is openly talking about, just projecting it in the paper to the future. And we are falling for this. We think it's something clever to have a mobile on your head half of the day. What they also have, and this is something that refers to Kara's work, is explosive microdust that can be intelligently moved through the air to certain areas. You can up-concentrate it and form an explosive lens. And it can also go intentionally into human beings to kill them from inside. They say that it's clever enough, the system, to go into underground facilities with the explosive dust to access people who are hiding down there. So this is basically this NASA document that is giving kind of abstract picture what could be airborne in the future, or maybe, because the future is now, could be airborne already today.
You see, in a previous episode, we had a video of that black goo. Some episode of the past, you see. If you have been keeping up, you can remember. Good vibes in the end, man.
So if you guys notice, this is how you find energy spots. You find cactuses growing out of the same spot, 2 of them. This area is very, very intense. And then if you look at the tree, you can see all the winding. This is how you know you're standing on top of a vortex or a very powerful energetic ley line. There might be water underneath here, might be gold, silver, materials. There's something spiraling underneath, which is causing everything else to spiral and then create this massive growth, which if you look at how large this cactus is, it's just astounding. Look up here, we can see another spiral going on with the cactus, showing that we're on the vortex, and we're just 3 feet away from the other cactuses. And then we see tier 2, cactus, tree, cactus, all growing in the same spot out of the rocks. And this is how you know that you're in another high energy spot, because we can see it here, and if we pan over here, we can see the exact same thing on this side as well too.
Did you know that?
Oh, there are photos of Earth from the moon. You want to see them? There's this one. The flag. From the same mission, there's this one. They went up to a boulder, got this photo. And there's another one without the boulder. And there's this one too. Delete. So, yeah. Photos of Earth from the moon.
Those photos look real.
So he doesn't really like to eat wood or anything like that. What he's gonna be eating
Is that a toy or some real animal? Oh, good people of Earth. Was that real? This is crazy. This is why you should always check your gold. Oh, look at this. Hey. Oh my god. Some guys is like they are making gold. How is this even possible? Fake gold. Good people of Earth. Have you ever bought jewelry and realized it was fake later on? Maybe have you ever been conned? You see, back then, sometime when we were in school, some people had this culture of buying jewelry, you see, like chains and huge rings. And most of them used to think they are buying silver. They could buy them at a very high cost, you see, only for the jewelry later on to fade. And you wonder if it was really silver. Yo, this is creepy. Has it ever happened to you?